Well, for us, we're term lessees, so our lease is set for 30 years, and so we have that uncertainty relating to our business in terms of not knowing what kind of security we have. And for us, we've been part of a family succession plan, so we've bought into my partner's family's business. We've made an investment, but we've got tenure in security. So we want to make a long-term investment into our enterprise. We want to be part of an enterprise that we can, leave for our children. But we have that uncertainty as to not really knowing what the requirements of our tenure is going to be. Will it be renewed in the future, as well as having the ongoing concern of land rent.
It would give us some security going forward. Havelock's a perpetual lease property. And with that we have perpetuity, but unfortunately there's the ongoing costs to us with our rent. We'd like to get out of that rent cycle and be putting that money back into a freeholding arrangement so we get some security when we finish.
The best answer to it is to allow us to upgrade our tenure to freehold in a way that's viable for us, and that can be a win-win, because that can bring in a fair bit of cash for the government, and it'll give us a fair bit of certainty. This country, the government themselves considered this country wasteland. They put this scheme in with all this leasehold country to actually open up so-called wasteland. We've done that. We've done that with our dollars and our hard-earned dollars, our sweat, I suppose. So really, what do the government really own? We've taken up an opportunity and we've paid for it. So is it really the best business of government to be involved in owning a whole big slab of land where other people operate? I don't really think so. So the win for the government is to tidy up the cost of managing leasehold land across Queensland is incredible. The bureaucracy behind having to collect all this rent and sort all this stuff out. We could cut that off at the knees for a start, so there's a massive saving in government money, and then we can look at the amount of cash that'll come in to freehold. We're going to have to pay something to pay out the freehold, out the unimproved capital value. I've got no problem with that. So that's a big injection of cash for the government at a time when I believe they really need it.
Well, we've already bought the land, so we paid a purchase price for our lease, and for various reasons the values paid are similar to freehold values, so we've essentially outlaid a capital value to purchase that lease. And I guess central to this sort of discussion is that you can't buy the farm twice. So we've already paid for the farm once. We can't then be asked to pay government again for the same piece of land. So we believe we've already paid for the property. We're making investment. We're achieving a range of social, environmental, and economic outcomes for government. So why shouldn't there be some sort of affordable freeholding put in place, not just for perpetual but for also term leases? That's critical that we have some long-term pathways to get us out of that rent cycle, to get us out of that tenure insecurity, not knowing whether our lease will be renewed, having various layers of legislation imposed upon us, having some long-term security that enables us to put down real roots in terms of knowing we're going to be there for the long term, investing in our local communities, and I guess working towards that government goal of a doubling in food production. If we've got to double food production, we need to have tenure security.